He gets her number. Before the internet and social media, that used to mean call her. Now it means do nothing for a few days because he doesn't want her to think he is desperate. So he waits. Instead of texting to arrange a date, he looks up YouTube videos for advice on the right amount of time to let pass before texting. He is trying not to fall into the wrong category, so he lets a few days pass. But now he has another issue. Has he waited too long? Has he waited too long enough that her interest has cooled down? You know, that fucked up friend zone thing. Momentum matters more than people admit. This is the first game. Too fast looks desperate. Too slow looks forgettable. There is no rule. Everyone acts like there is. When he finally texts, the words barely matter. Hey works. A joke works. Anything works. What matters is when it shows up. She sees the time before she feels anything. That decides the tone. From there, the real mess starts. Because now they are texting, not talking, not dating. Texting gives access without position. He is in her phone, her DMs. He is not in her life. He has no idea where he stands. He just knows he is standing somewhere and he is not alone. She is getting messages from other men, old ones, new ones, bored ones, late night ones. He does not see them. That makes it worse. Now every text is a quiet competition he cannot measure. If he replies fast, he risks looking available. If he replies slow, he risks fading out. But this time it is not one message, it is dozens. So he starts pacing himself. He matches her response time. He shortens his replies when she does. Here is the rub. If she disappears, he reads into it. If she comes back casual, he has to pretend he did not notice. This is a man shrinking himself to stay in the game, and we all do this. If he gets the date, the pressure does not drop, it resets. The game starts again, new quarter. Now he has to perform balance in person. Too interested feels heavy, too relaxed feels empty. He cannot lean forward too much, that feels like chasing. He cannot lean back too much, that feels like boredom. So he watches himself, he edits reactions, he spaces compliments, he holds back stories that would show investment. The date stops being a meeting, it becomes possession control, like a game of basketball. You do not force a shot early, you protect the clock, you manage momentum. Interest gets treated the same way. Men learn to slow down when they feel fast. That is the cost. None of this bullshit existed before social media. When a man got a woman's number, he called her. Calling showed intent. Intent was not punished. There was no friend zone. There was interest or there was not. Dating moved forward or it ended. It did not hover. Now everything hovers. Too many options, too much comparison, too much visibility. Dating stopped being simple because people stopped being present. They started being strategic. The irony is easy to miss. The moment people care the most is the moment they hide it the hardest because the system teaches them to be careful. By the time the date actually happens, the game is already uneven. He walks in carrying pressure he cannot explain. She walks in carrying options she does not think about. They sit down, menus open, phones come out and then get placed face down on the table, or not. Her phone stays visible, it buzzes once, lights up, she glances, fork halfway to her mouth, she checks the screen. Again, small smile, quick giggle. Phone back down, nothing dramatic, nothing disrespectful, just normal now. He notices it without wanting to. He tells himself it means nothing. He tells himself not to read into it. He reads into it anyway because that phone is louder than anything she says. It buzzes again. Buzz, buzz. Same routine. Glance, smile, back to the salad. He does not know who it is. He does not know what it means. He just knows he is being compared in real time. She is present with him, but she really isn't. But she is also available to everyone else. He cannot compete with invisible people, so he competes with himself. He pulls back a little, then leans in, then pulls back again. He makes sure not to talk too much. He avoids topics that feel too real. He stays light. He performs balance. She feels him pacing himself and calls it chemistry or lack of it. She does not know he is managing risk. The date moves forward politely. Conversation flows, laughs land, nothing crashes. That is the problem. Nothing spikes either. When the check comes, both of them already feel the answer forming. Not spoken, just sensed. Outside there is a hug, a thanks for coming out, drive safe, no closure, no clarity. He goes home replaying moments. Did I talk too much there? Should I have leaned in more? Was I too calm? Was I not confident enough? He thinks the date is over. It is not. She gets into her car, seatbelt clicks, engine starts, phone comes up, camera flips on. Now the date becomes content. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, she's on it. She talks to her phone and the entire planet while driving, giving the entire fucking world details about what she didn't like about the date. She tells her audience what felt off, what gave her a weird feeling, what he said that rubbed her wrong, what he did not do that another guy probably would have. She frames it as honesty, as processing, as self-awareness. It is none of that. It is review. Comments roll in. Friends agree. Strangers validate. Someone says she deserves better. Someone says, trust your gut, girl. Someone points out a red flag she did not even notice. The decision gets reinforced publicly. And back on the ranch, he thinks the date failed quietly. It did not. It ended loudly with his face blasted all over social media. Dating used to end between two people. Now it ends in front of an audience. One side plays the game blind, the other narrates it afterward. Not because anyone is evil, not because anyone is cruel, because this is how the system is built. That is the system. Nothing personal.